If we're live now. Start. Yeah, so okay, now we're live for sure. Yep, we're live. All right. Let me see. Let me just put some tags in here. Comics, comic, book, number of comics, gate, and all right, cool. Okay, so this is my buddy right here.
Oh,
we're just chilling. Yeah, man. You don't have to sit on camera, but if you want, you can have a seat over here real quick. Let's podcast, man.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah. I smoke pot on there. I don't even care.
Excuse me.
I'll smoke a fucking bowl right now.
Watch out, Mr. Big. You finna live.
Bronson,
you finna have me live.
Yeah, we don't have to use your name if you don't want to. What's your
Oh, you know my name
what's
is
your
Brian.
YouTube name?
I don't have a YouTube name yet.
Well,
But my website is actually my app is coming out soon. So Benzone is my name.
Benzone.
Benzone.
This is the creator of Benzone, an app, by the way.
How y'all doing?
I have 42 subscribers on this channel. I have
42. That's
I
good.
have
I like
42. I have 850 something on my other channel.
Oh no.
I'm working on this channel right now, and we can help each other.
Oh, this is live.
Yep, this is live. What I'm doing?
I even know I'm about to be live right now. I'm getting myself together.
Speaking of smoking, I'm trying to figure out where I want to sit down my weed here.
Well, while we getting together, we're gonna put on some music. Right on everybody for tuning in.
Yep, this is the Action Artist. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just in the middle of something right here.
Gotta get it.
Sorry, I just almost lost this shit. Yeah, so this is the Action Artist and my friend from the Benzone. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, we're talking about right now I'm just showing him how to live stream, but we were talking basically about an app that he's building and life in general, and about how we were talking about how like a lot of people, they don't want to hear what you're doing, they only want to talk about what they're doing. Yeah, I noticed that too, man. It is crazy. And it's like, you know,
that's real though. It's real.
It is totally real.
It's real.
It's totally real. You're from if you want to tell a little bit about yourself. I'm basically I'm a professional by day, artist by night. I draw superheroes. I love comics. I always wanted to be in the comic book industry or doing illustration and stuff like that and artwork. And basically, you know, I'm now like 50 years old, and I have a YouTube channel. We didn't used to have YouTube when we were younger, and I'm a little late in the game. I should have started building a YouTube channel like years ago, but that's basically my story. Is, you know, I'm getting old, and I'm working a job, and it would be nice to like at least either have a side job or a full-time job, you know, and retire. You know, I could retire and just draw comic books sit in my living room with my little lamp on or whatever and draw comic books. You know what I'm saying? Travel around the world a little bit, maybe see my kids. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm talking about. It's like I'm talking about on here. It's like I'm generating a bad name for myself. Just mentioning. I don't talk about it all the time. Just mentioning that fathers have trouble. I'm one of those fathers out there that's being screwed out of seeing my kids. How does that generate? How do I get a bad reputation for that? You know. But anyway, yeah.
No, I don't see how you can get a bad rep for that.
I sure don't see people saying like, "Wow, that's crazy, man," or "Hey, sorry to hear that."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get no. I think people think it's like an act or something. Like I'm not serious about it or something. And it's like, I don't know what to say, man.
mean,
are people so desensitized that if you're a father and you're like, hey, the courts are wicked tilted against dads, and everybody knows it. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of knows that. Most people know it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm saying anything revolutionary. It's just nobody wants to talk about it. It's crazy. But in police brutality, like you said, you got framed by a cop, huh?
Oh, yeah, twice.
Twice?
Maybe 3 times. You know what? I think I got framed by the cops 6 times.
I've had them rough me up for no reason before, and basically they in any altercation I ever had between me and a woman, basically them in the courts would immediately take the woman's side, not even doing an investigation
It's a woman's
or finding out what was going on, basically. And of course I came out innocent on the other side, but it was like I was guilty until proven innocent. And it happens so much that you think they would know by now, and they would be able to distinguish when some chick is just, and say to the girl, like, why are you being a retard? This is a good dude. Why are you being a retard? Why are you being stupid? This is a good guy you found here. He works full time. You know what I mean? He works full time. He cares about you. You know what I mean? No, cops don't say none of that. It's all about, I'm telling you, man, it's incredible. This country is so it's so crazy.
That's why I just say, hey, do what you gotta do for you.
Yeah. Which is a comic book.
Yep. At the end of the day,
Nutjob.
Which is a masterpiece in the making. But you just gotta,
I'll show
just do what you want to do.
I'll re-show some of the stuff I drew today. I gotta find that now again. I set something down. Pick something up here. Set one thing down, lose it while I'm looking for something else. Pick that up. All right. Nutjob. Yes. As in, anybody who believes in the stuff that this comic book is about is stereotyped as a nut job. So he just wears the name like a badge of honor. He wears the name Nutjob with pride, and
I'm just a squirrel.
And it becomes a project. It becomes like a project, like Project Nutjob, basically. Like he meets up with a tech guy and a scientist. You know what I mean? Like a chick that's like a doctor and a scientist.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I like the plot, the theme.
Yeah.
The lining.
What do you think about this? What do you think about this new? Like, I don't know. I tried to.
I like how he jumped out the air and hit the ground like that.
Look at the gun. He's got little guns on his forearm, like machine gun.
Yeah, he beasting.
Yeah, like fucking getting in the way of that thing. Yeah, he just jumps down like from the.
Yeah, I like it. As soon as you started showing it to me, right from the title, the beginning page, I was already interested.
Yeah.
Plus, based on what I've already seen, I'm like, it's gonna be a good.
I told you about the color dude that he hooks up with in the guy. This dude's gonna do some modeling for me on this, just to help me out. I mean, not like girly modeling, like comic book. Like if I'm like, dude, I need, like, if I have to turn my camera on and like we have, like, one of us has to get the other one in a hold, or one of us has to like pose like we're punching one of, you know what I mean? Like we might have to do a back and forth, like two people just pose, not actually doing anything.
Right.
Just get and then I'll freeze the video where I want it and just be like,
I'm an actor.
Yeah, well, and I'm not going to tell my other idea that I was telling you about with the, out there as far as, remember, the posing and stuff like that. Remember that idea about the posing? I'm not going to talk about that on there, but that was a sick idea. But that will take some resources. That will take some resources, so I can't do that right now. I'm not even going to reveal that. But yeah, here's some of the artwork. Like, here's the suit, man. Look at it's got machine guns.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's got machine guns right there. You probably, I didn't know if you noticed that before. He's got his knee up. He's got pointy, pointy knee guards.
He landed right on point.
Hell yeah, he did.
Right on point.
Right on point.
I think I wanna. When we do the movie, I wanna play his role.
You want to play Nutjob?
I want to be Nutjob.
Oh man, I would let you be Nutjob. I don't care.
It's gonna be hard.
He's a hard man. He has a sense of humor though, but it's pretty sick. It's stuff. Like after he beats the cop up, the corrupt cop, he says, he's like, if I were you, I'd hang it up, or you're gonna have lumps on top of lumps and bruises on top of bruises. He says to him, and the dude's basically on his way to the ICU, intensive care unit, because he like. When he punches him, he rips the back of his head right open, just right open. Blood everywhere. So no, he's like serious, but he makes these little like jokes like that here and there, where like they're on the news, and the detectives are like, "Don't worry, we're gonna find them," and he's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "And when you do, it's not gonna go over the way it is in your head," he says, "the way you're thinking in your head." And it doesn't either when they find them, man. Oh my God, he takes out like basically half the police force. Basically, takes out like half the police force. And it's a crazy storyline because he's trying to get his son back from foster care. They kill his daughter, and he's trying to get his son out before they kill his son too. Right. But I'm sorry. What?
Oh shit. We're gonna have to do a series.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a series of this where it's gonna come on like weekly. But it can't come on weekly because you have to draw it up. And
Punisher is a series.
Huh?
They did Punisher as a series on Netflix. It's
a series like what? With
good.
Just the photos?
No, like a real live action, you know, you know, I don't know, any, like, you know, X-Files or whatever, like a regular weekly TV series, yeah. And it is. Oh,
yeah, we want to do that.
They did a good job. They did a good job. Anybody who hasn't seen that, the Punisher series on Netflix, do check it out, man. Frank Castle.
Starting off, we're going to do the...
Look at my head. I gotta cut my hair, bro.
We're gonna do the storyline with your drawing, with the comics that you're drawing.
I would like to do an anime.
That's gonna be the introduction.
I would like to do a very kind of adult-oriented, like Japanime type.
Yeah.
Is what I would like to do, you remember Ghost in the Shell?
No.
Ghost in the Shell is an anime piece about a female cyborg cop that looks human, but she she'll just snap your wrist. She'll just grab you, and when you try to punch her, she'll just be like, and like snap your whole wrist with like one hand. You know what I mean? And then like spin kick you and like knock you off your feet and like knock you right the fuck out, basically. Shit like that, and So basically, yeah, and she works with this other cop, and it's a very political cartoon where there's like the world. It's like kind of sci-fi, futuristic, where the country's broken up into sectors, and they're the police for this certain sector, and this sector is battling with another sector because the politicians are all corrupt, and then meanwhile. There's this hacker that's because people have because it's the future and people have brain chips and stuff like that.
Oh, shit.
There's this hacker hacking into people's brains and making them commit crimes and shit like that and kill people or something like that. And so they're trying to figure out who the hacker is that's hacking people's brains and making them act like puppets, basically. Yeah, it's a pretty tight little cartoon.
Oh, that'd be fucking tight.
Mine gets into police brutality, just overall corruption, bad people, super violent people being let out of prison early to menace people in the streets, and he starts killing them.
Wow.
Like once he starts running from the police, the only place to hide is with the criminals. And once he starts hearing and he starts investigating them, and once he starts finding out there's like multiple aggravated felons living on taxpayers' dollars and walking around free while he got thrown in jail for something he didn't even do and got his kids taken away from him. He just starts killing people. He just starts killing bad guys, basically. Like, no, taxpayers aren't going to pay for you anymore, and he just he beats them to death usually. Unless he has to use his gun, then he'll pull it. If there's multiple people, he'll use guns and shit like that. He's serious. He's not playing around. Basically, he's beyond Punisher. The thing about Punisher is he was against anybody, or anybody that did anything even slightly bad, which is kind of almost like the corrupt, police overstepping their boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like he would, if you were like a small time little drug addict that smoked weed or something, you know what I mean? He would beat you up over it or something. You know what I mean? Frank Castle Punisher was a real hard ass. He was kind of a scumbag actually. Mm-hmm. Punisher or Nutjob is not at all like that. Nutjob would consider you, if you were like a little pothead or a drug addict or whatever, you know what I mean? He would consider, that's pretty much your right to be that way, but he probably would tell you to straighten the fuck out or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if he found out you were like a absolutely 100% caught red-handed sex offender, you know what I mean, that raped your niece and got her pregnant and they tested the DNA and whatever, and you're out walking the streets living on public assistance or whatever, and you're still hanging around with little kids and stuff like that, he will kill you. He'll straight up just kill you, basically. That's the end of that story.
Yeah, that's just the bottom line. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You're dead. As soon as he finds out something like that about you, or if he finds out that you're drugging your little kid with Ritalin or something like that, if you're hurting children, if he finds out you're hurting children in any way, shape, or form, you're dead. If you start talking smack about maybe he's a father, or if he's talking to you and you start talking about how, well, maybe you shouldn't see your kids and take responsibility, you chose the wrong woman or something like that, he'll straight up just backhand you, basically. He'll just be like, stop that, you know what I mean? And just feel it, and he'll be ready to, and if you want to fight over it, he'll basically be ready to kill you. He'll just shoot you, basically.
Yeah, that's Nutjob.
Just shit like that. Yeah, you don't tell him
it's
maybe,
a wrap now with Nutjob. Nutjob coming town. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a done.
And Nutjob's gonna have a big doggy right here. I think I'm gonna use this dog as the. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you want to kill the bad guys, huh, Bronson? Yes, you do. Yeah. Look at the size of this dog. He's a beast. I love this dog. He is a good boy. He's a great doggy. Buddy. I gave him a good shower today. Picked as many. Then I
yesterday was
Friday the 13th. Try to get as many fleas. I got all the fleas off him pretty much. Huh?
Did you know yesterday was Friday the 13th?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
Did anything bad happen or no?
Mm-mm. I guess that's just a myth.
I came up with a tip the other day that I want to share with people.
What's the tip?
All right, because I'll show you first. Here's this guy. I got basically upside down, one leg coming at you, one leg in the background. You know what I mean? Like a gymnast type.
Yeah.
like a gymnast type pose, right? And I came up with a shortcut to finding out where the shin and the lower leg is, and I should try to explain that right now while we're smoking, because it's a pretty hard thing to do, man. But if you basically, you know, draw the sole of the foot like that, there's the coming at you. You'll see in a second. Like I'll put the heel. Okay, so there's like a foot upside down, like the bottom of a boot or something like that, right? What you do is you draw the top of the foot right there would be an oval. So I'll show them that. So you draw like an oval. That would be like the top of the foot where it kind of narrows up at the top before your shin. Then just bring the heel up like that. There's the heel. And that hole that it creates, then you just kind of draw another loop for the heel. And that little hole right there is right where the shin should connect. So you can bring your little shin out, you know.
This man here is an artiste.
There's your kneecap, and there you go. Bring your shin down from there to your knee, and there's the upper thigh. And there you got it, basically. And you know that's a very rough. And then I'll erase. Then you erase the marks on the sole of your foot. You know, you might have to fine tune it a little bit, but it works rather well for establishing. Let's just tighten it up a little bit.
So that's the foot.
Yep.
And the leg.
Yep. And the boot. Usually you gotta put some shadow to pop the foot out there, but yeah. It's a little scratchy, but yeah, so there you go. And then you can basically do your little, your foreshortened leg. Here, then it's scribbly, so then you take your kneaded eraser and you lighten it up, and then you just kind of pick the lines that you want. Show you in a second. You're going to see.
Oh yeah.
You can even turn it like this too. It'll help. Yeah, I got the knee a little too low there. But there you go. See?
See him about to start stomping.
Yeah. Like
Stomping.
that. There you go. There's your and I did that quick, but you can see, you know, you can see what I'm talking about basically. I should be drawing on a hard surface and not in the air. Yeah, there we go. We got that. But yeah, and then you get basically a boot. There you go. Or upside down. There you go. That's one way to do that, basically. And you can make it better and better. Basically, I refined mine down to basically this right here, which I got to work on it more, but it gets the point across anyway. There. That, you know, I basically
That
did,
was a nice flip.
yeah, huh? I'm gonna have, like, you'll see the ground, like, basically right here. You'll see the bottom of the building. You'll see some windows. You know, some windows like this, basically. You know, I'll put some rubble and shit on the ground and piles of dirt or whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty tight. So now that you know how to, it's basically right on YouTube. Like I said, you just go to the creator studio, go to live streaming, hit event. Yep. Go here, click creator studio.
But do I gotta get a YouTube channel first?
Yeah, do you have a YouTube channel? Oh no, start a YouTube channel then.
Make me one. What do you need to make it? So you can show me how to do it.
It's not that hard. Basically, you just go to YouTube and it'll ask. You're on Google, right? Well, Google and YouTube are pretty much the same thing. So when you go, so you just go to this right here and go to YouTube, and then you know, it'll say, if you don't have, you know, it'll probably start asking you, you know, to make an account or whatever. If not, you just you know, you just.
So can I go to my YouTube from your computer?
Yeah. Or no, Google. What's your Google?
What's my?
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can go. I have to log out basically. I don't know if I feel like logging out right now. I'll show you. I'll show you later how to. I can show you later how to do that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that all right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have a YouTube. It's Google and YouTube. Like I said, you should. It's all connected, so you should be able to go to YouTube, and it should say log in or start an account. And you just click on that, and it'll ask you your name. If you want to live stream, you gotta verify your identity with your cell phone. It'll send you
live stream, like broadcast.
That's what we're doing right now. Yep. There's one person watching. On my other channel, there would be like sometimes 15, 16 people watching, which isn't too bad. On this channel, I've had 4 or 5 people viewing on this channel at one time. And you know, I'm just trying to show people.
Nutjob.
I'm not just only promoting my own comic book. I'm trying to show people how to do comics. So that's why I drew.
That was a good show for my first time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get better.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to garner support. I'm trying to garner support as a single father in the art community. You know, basically, I'm a single father that could really use the work. I'm not begging for anything for free, right? I could really use the work, man, and I could really use the extra money. And if I get a platform to where I have some clout in the press, I can get my, you know, not just, it's not about just solving my problem. People are like, "Ooh, why don't you go do this and just get your kids or whatever?" That's not the problem. The problem is this is systematically being done to fathers. So I don't have an attitude. Well, if I'm okay, then that's all right. As long as as long as I'm one of the few dads that sees my kids, then hey, you know, I don't then everything's okay, right? That's not how it works, right? If if it's a persistent problem in your country, you better deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna have what we have now, which is a bunch of kids coming up in single mom homes. Single mom homes raising men. What do you think about that? Single mother homes raising men.
But they promote it though, because then single home families, they get the food stamp, they get more care,
right.
They get all and this. So now it's like they hurry up and try to, no, we don't want the man in there, because the man come back in the picture, then they're not gonna need us as much.
Yeah, because the man works.
And then we have to pay them for being there too.
Yeah, it's a sad.
They want to pay it. They want the men to get out there and work.
Right. Right. And
so
they don't
pay back all the shit.
And
that
they surely don't want them doing comic books. They want them working at goddamn McDonald's.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So they can take all your money.
But the single mother is gonna get a grant because she's a single mother, and there's all these, dude, just even type it in, help for single mothers, grants for you know what I mean? She's gonna get all the grants and loans that she wants, and she's gonna graduate housing, and she's gonna go become one of these SJW editors in Hollywood. She's gonna go get her degree at some art institute or whatever, and then she's gonna get preferential treatment, and she's going to get hired, and because people aren't helping single fathers, all these single mothers are going to get the kids, get all the benefits, go to college, get degrees, and they're all going to have what we have now. You're going to have a bunch of single mothers and gay and LGBTQ and trannies and at Marvel and DC and Image and making and Disney making Star Wars and you know what I'm saying? People don't see, they're not seeing what they're trying. They're attaching me. They're trying to make this about. They're like, people by not supporting me are ignoring me like it's about me on here. I've been talking about this for a year, like it's all about me. This is not about me. This is about all you so-called conservatives that say you're pro-family, doing something about the SJW problem from the root, which is to get fathers back in the homes that will raise kids not to go on welfare and to be divorced. You know what I'm saying? And have one parent here and one parent there. That, you know what I mean? Feminism has ruined the family. Namely, fathers. Namely, it has ruined fathers.
They've run the world.
How many fathers do you guys know? How many? I'd like, from all you successful artists in the comic book industry, how many people besides yourself do you know that have your kids? Because a lot of successful men have their kids, and you know, there's like, you know, like basically what I'm trying to say is SJWs or they're not even social justice warriors. That's just the name given to them. Leftists,
I thought it was Saint Jesus.
leftists progressive like lesbians and LGBTQ and trannies have basically taken over the industry, and then there's a few token like straight dudes still working, and they're all just like, they're just happy that they got their kids as long as they got their family, and some of them have already been divorced too. You know what I mean? And they're probably, I'm just saying, like, there's no, there, that's fantastic. You got your kids. There's millions of kids right now being alienated from their fathers, though. Millions. And straight males are killing themselves. Straight males are either drinking and drugging themselves to death or killing themselves. Much of it over what I'm talking about right now, being homeless, having no hope, having some kid that, they can't afford. Not everybody can afford lawyers and have time to go to court and fight for your kid. It should be 50-50 custody from the get-go unless you do something really bad. And it has to be proven that you did something really bad. The girl can't just say some obscure shit and get a restraining order on you and get you kicked out of your own home and have your kids taken away from you before the fact, before anybody even finds out what's really going on, because that's going on too, that whole shenanigan. And this is stuff that, my comic book is. And then if you get uppity about being guilty until proven innocent, then the police are right there to beat your head inside out for you. They will crack your skull right open on the pavement and go home and call it a good day. And you know what I'm saying? While the woman, many times after the guy gets beat up by the police, the woman that called him and didn't tell the full story. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't. No, don't arrest him, don't arrest. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, man, it's like ridiculous, man. I've seen women admit they lied. I've seen cases where women admit they lied and the guy still goes to jail. They're just like, well, yeah, she admitted she lied, but you got a bad record, and so we're just going to put you in jail anyway. I've seen that happen before, literally.
The state takes over.
The state takes over. She's just saying she's lying.
That's because you're in the.
I'm not saying she had a black busted up face or bruises anywhere on her and said she was lying. I'm saying she didn't have a mark on her and said she was lying. You know what I'm saying? And they still put the dude in jail.
Somebody got to pay for it.
Yeah, somebody got to pay for her lie. And it's going to be the father. It's going to be the dad, right? And that's what I'm talking about, man. Until people start seeing what I'm talking about, man, is not just me being an asshole and trying to come in here and push everybody around. If you're not for fathers and kids seeing your fathers, then yeah, I am here to push you around. When there's a civil war, it's going to be worse than me pushing you around because I'm going to question people. And when I find out you're an anti-father son of a bitch, and there's no police for you to call, you better look out then, boy. People better look out then. If that's where everybody wants to go with this. Let's get beyond comic books. Let's get to the real deal, like a real American hero. Me right here telling you, if you want to take this to a civil war with broken families everywhere, when it comes to that, it's not going to be me just guilt tripping you that you don't care about kids and not seeing their dads. It's going to be a lot worse for you in a civil war. And I'm not going to care if you call yourself a conservative or a this or a that or a Democrat or whatever. I'm going to be like, oh, you hate fathers? Come on, step outside right now. And bring a weapon because it's not going to be a fist fight. Like we're gonna get bloody out. We're gonna get bloody out in the parking lot right now.
Think about at the border where they taking the kids from the.
Yeah, it's the same thing going on now. Like where they like in war. You're saying in wars, yeah.
No, right now with Trump.
Oh, with Trump.
We're at the border.
I say that basically I'm not for totally open borders. I'm not welcome everywhere else in the world. Neither are you.
Mm-hmm. And you can't just go walk over to one of their countries.
No, I'm not allowed to. I'm trying to be, and if I'm a fair person and I'm not allowed to go down to Mexico and get food stamps and free health care and get subsidized so I can go, so my wife can have 5 kids while I go work while I go work. Meanwhile, people, no, then I don't want people coming here and doing that. And I'm being separated from my kids right now. My kids are that I'm being I'm being, the people that are here illegally are being separated from their kids. I'm here legally, and I'm being separated from my kids and don't have money for a court and don't know where my kids are. I have no idea where my kids are, dude. I've said it on here before, and I'll say it again. I have no idea where my children are. And I'm laughing because if I don't laugh, I'll cry. It's like that absurd, you know what I'm saying? And nobody cares. Nobody's going behind the scenes going, man, Stuart, I can't believe your kid. Nobody's coming up to me going, holy cow, Stuart, I can't believe it. We heard about, we heard that you don't know where your kids are, and and the mother's notorious for abusing and neglecting children. I found out after the fact. I found out after, I found out what kind of person she was, and I left her, and she was already pregnant, and I didn't know it, and I didn't know it. Neither of us knew it. Like, I found out she was a bad person, and I left her, and I didn't know it, and she was already pregnant, and I haven't seen my kids since, and nobody cares, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm the only one who cares, and it's like, so, and it's not about me, it's about my kids. And if you don't care about my kids, then you must not care about kids then, I guess. I guess people just don't care about children, man. I don't know what to say. I haven't got 1 cent in Patreon. By the way, on my other videos, my last video, if you go, the last video I made has a Patreon link. I'm starting to put up my Patreon link. I haven't got 1 cent in Patreon, you know what I mean, as far as help for me or any other single fathers. I'm almost proving a point here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to prove a point, and it's working. And I'm sorry, and it's a bitter victory, because I would think I would be wrong. I would think I would be wrong, and somebody would be like, damn, and be like, and I would get some support. I see girls put up GoFundMes. I've seen a female put up a GoFundMe because she gambled all her money away and couldn't afford rent, and everybody started giving her money, and she got reported. She made I haven't even made 1 cent. She almost made $1,000. People were just, oh, you gambled all your money away? Oh, you poor girl. And she had like $800 before people found out, like, hey, this lady is gambled all her money away and is begging for money on GoFundMe, and people are giving it to her, and then GoFundMe shut her down. That's a real case. But I'm talking about fathers not seeing their kids and me not seeing my kids in 15 years, and I haven't gotten 1 cent in my Patreon account. What do you think about that, dude? What do you think about that?
It's fucked up.
It is fucked up, too.
I mean, that's all I can say, because I've been there.
Yeah, didn't you say your daughter?
I got to the point where, fuck it, I'm just going to do me. I'm going to put what y'all talking about.
I'm trying to do me. It takes money for me to put out a comic book. To pay for printing. If none of these other comic book artists will even give me a shout out and some subs, I'm not asking them to hire me into the industry. I'm asking for them to give me a shout out as another conservative artist in comicsgate, and they won't even give me a shout out.
That's why you got to make your own show.
I am doing it. That's what I'm growing my channel.
I'm gonna shout you out on my shit.
There, see, thanks, man. I'll shout you out too, man. My shit
gonna be everywhere.
I know, man. It's like
they don't want to shout me out either.
Really? Well, there you go.
Nobody wants to shout me out. I'm gonna shout out my own shit. When I shout out my own shit, I'm gonna shout your shit out. And your shit's cool as fuck.
I'm part of a little network, but it's a small network of small channels, of other small channels, and I should start doing interviews with some of those people.
I'm gonna do.
It's other artists, but I think I might be the only comic book artist.
I'm about to be doing
in that group.
I'm gonna be doing a talk show.
Yeah, you said you were gonna do news, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do news.
Will you interview me on your show?
Yeah.
Try to get some subs to come over and to meet. Right on, man. Thanks, bro. Cool, thank you, man. I'm just really asking for some subs, man. And if you got money, Patreon's for my comic book. Because I want to make money. I want to sell a comic book and generate cash.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
That's gonna be nice.
What else are you gonna do? Music app. You're gonna basically do a whole social network where other people create an app with an icon on your app, right? And then it becomes a network, basically.
No, they download my app.
Right.
And from my app, it's a whole little network. Ben Zone.
Ben Zone.
The Ben is Business Entertainment Network.
Right on.
No, it's going to be business. It's going to be a business part, an entertainment section, and a network section.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that whole app, if the whole app is to get you to come to download my app, and then we got entertainment on there for you as well.
How did you build that little image that you showed me, or that you have? You want to show people that stuff because you already got something going. You've already started it, right?
Yeah.
See, you're asking me questions. I don't even know how you did that.
Ben Zone.
So I just click on that.
Ben Zone.
And then I'll show people.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to touch anything that I'm not supposed to. So he showed me this. I mean, hopefully you can see it, man.
Are you still live?
Yeah, I'm live right here. So you click on Ben Zone, and then so far he's got this. It says Trap House, and it's animated.
Yeah.
You got lights in the windows. You got fire.
Yeah, that's the Trap House. Push it.
Push it. New England Estates. So I click on it, and it's already going somewhere. Hello, and thank you for taking the time to check out my new application. The app is currently being drafted, so enjoy the boss instruction tour of the site as it gets built. Look at that, man. You already got this underway, man.
Yeah, that's my app. Go to the next one.
What is the
Go
next
back.
Right,
push the back button.
Oh, back?
Yeah. Go to the next black spot.
Right here?
Yeah, push it.
Oh, man.
You know, we're going to play some music.
I'll admit it.
It's pretty tight, man. Would you learn that on YouTube? Somebody here? I don't think so. It's just a noise, buddy. Don't let me make noise. Did you learn that on did you learn how to do that on YouTube or something? Or?
No, I'm learning how to build it myself. Like a website.
Yeah, like who's teaching you? Or who's teaching you on that?
Myself.
You're teaching yourself with what resources? Like you got some software or something like that?
Oh, you talking about the platforms I'm using? Yeah. The platform that I'm using.
New England Estates or something? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Ah, sweet. All right. I should do an online comic book, huh?
That's what we want to
do. An online comic book app?
That's what we want to get into.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's what we want to get into. But the thing, the platform.
I can give you so much for free, and if you want the rest.
What?
Like, I can give you certain amounts of the storyline for free, and then if you want the rest, you gotta, like, pay for it or something, you know what I mean? Get the full issue.
No. They
or something like that. Or they subscribe, basically, yeah.
They'll subscribe to...
And they get, like, they get every issue, basically.
As long as they're paying their... It's like Netflix.
I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll just do this online, you know, and make cards and, you know, advertise. I'm pretty soon. I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty soon gonna do I want to do maybe you can help me do that. I want to do like you were saying, a legitimate.
Oh, Sean,
I want to do like a legitimate YouTube commercial for my comic book, but I gotta get some full color pieces. So I gotta get some pages done and inked and get them to my colorist. and had him color them. I told you I got a pro colorist, right? Yeah, the dude that approached me to do colors for Nutjob is a pro in the industry. He's a industry pro. He's worked for Marvel and DC, right? And he does he does colors, color flatting and all that. My point being is I got to get him to color some stuff, and then once I get some more pieces together, we can make an actual commercial for my comic book.
I love making commercials.
Yeah, we'll make a commercial.
We'll make a commercial for me.
We'll make a pro. We'll make a pro, or what do you call it? You know, then zone.
That's all I need. You said you're gonna draw one for me.
I'll draw that for you.
I want it to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, we'll do a promotion for my comic book. We'll put it up on YouTube. Full color, full color covers, and some of the black and white pages and stuff like that, all inked, and we'll do some music with it and all that stuff. Who the heck's in here? We do have a viewer, man. And they've been viewing for a while, man. It's got to be like Cave Creature or somebody. Spirit Comics. Hey, man, how's it going? Good, Spirit Comics. Are you a content creator? There's two watching now. You're a small channel as well. What do you? I can go to your channel right now. I'm gonna screen share. Can I screen share your channel, or can I talk about it, or no? I mean, if you don't want me to, I won't.
Huh?
This guy, Spirit Comics. He's got. Oh, I know who you are. I'm subscribed to you. I subscribe to you, bro. You did a drawing the other day, and I was like, cool. You did a Wonder Woman drawing, so I subscribed to you, man, because I thought it was pretty cool that you put it out there like that. Yeah, let me screen share. This is Spirit Comics, and he's another small comic book channel. And he doesn't care that I have a bad attitude, apparently. He wants to hang out with me anyway. No, that's cool. See, that's the kind of people I want that aren't little sissies. Let me screen share real quick. I forgot.
Screen share?
Yeah, right here.
You can put somebody else in there?
Yeah, I can show what I'm looking at on the computer. So I just hit the screen thing, and then this pops up, just hit share. And then you can hide this little thing, hide. Then go here and here's this channel, Spirit Comics. You hit 50, dude. You hit 51 subscribers. It's all, dude. It's cake from there out. Spirit Comics. Your first 50 subscribers are the hardest. That was my experience in building YouTube channels. Your first 50 subs are the hardest. Cool though. Yeah, I saw you did I saw the Wonder Woman that you drew. It looks like you're drawing some other stuff too. He does comic book reviews. Hopefully he'll review my comic when it comes out. You know what I mean? Okay. So we got one dude, we got another small channel in here, and that's cool, man. It's good to see you. there's a lot going on in comicsgate right now, and my friend here, he knows what I'm talking about. Like, he understands. It's not like he's a big. You're not. It's not like you didn't even know what comicsgate was, but it's the same thing as Gamersgate.
Like Comic-Con.
Yeah. Like, well, no. Here, let's look it up. Like, let's see. We'll look up. We'll look up Gamergate. Gamergate definition. The Gamergate controversy stemmed from a harassment campaign conducted primarily through the use of #Gamergate. The controversy centered on issues of sexism and progressivism in video game culture. So basically, you know, women were saying there needs to be more women in the video game industry, and you know, like women haven't been able. If women were interested in video games, more of them would have went into the video game industry. So they just picked an industry that mostly males like and go into, and just started going around harassing and shaming people and saying that the video game industry was sexist. You know what I'm saying? And China, you know, and so that's the same with Comicsgate now. Now that, like, who likes comic books? Mostly, primarily cis hetero, or basically straight hetero young white males, with other, throw in some, you know, females too, Asians, like you said, colored kids, whatever. It runs the gambit. I'm talking about overall, the people that love comic books are little white boys, basically. So they're like, oh, comic books are sexist then, and they hate gay people, and they're racist too, by the way. And I'm just like, okay then, you know, and that's pretty much what has been going on. And so now,
fucking crazy. I'll stay away from that.
No, right, exactly. No, that's what I said. I'm not going to go work in that industry. I'm not going to support it. I'm not going to support that industry, and they don't want me there anyway.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to go around, and I can't get no. I'm spinning my wheels because money. I've even got. It's not like I'm dealing with, you know. It's not like I'm dealing with. I don't even have a product yet. I have the first issue of basically roughed out. I just have to refine it, and people have seen, you know, my artwork. It's not like I can't draw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. You know, it's this whole thing is where money is, money goes, and everybody's just putting their money on the known winner. Like it's like a bandwagon mentality, and it sucks, man. It really sucks for new content creators that aren't that didn't go support. Like how is it cool for somebody that to go get in that industry and benefit and benefit off it while complaining about it, then leave it famous, and now they're like the only game in town for corrupted comic books, basically. Like what we need, basically, we need a bigger market somehow, and we got to get new people. We got to get people like you're saying, like people that nobody knows who they are. We got to get them exposure, man. How do you do that? I don't know. If I raise enough money, not just for comic books, I'll start like an alternative comic magazine where I'll scout out. I'll go on DeviantArt and find. And you know what I mean? People will come to me after a while, and I'll go through people's submissions, and I'll find someone. You might not even be perfect. I'll just see your concept and your idea, and you know what I mean. And I'll put it in front of the people and let the people decide. Like, this is what this dude's trying to do. He needs a little help with his perspective and his anatomy or whatever. You know, if anybody wants to ink for this guy or whatever, and this is what this person's doing, and this is what this girl. I'm not going to discriminate anyway. I'm not a discriminatory person. I'm just going to be like, hey, you got a comic book idea out there? You know what I mean? You're an independent creator. You got no money. You know, send your submissions. I'm not going to rip you off because I already have my own comic book. I'm already making money. And I'll be like, bam. You know, I mean, I'll let the viewers be like, oh, this is, you know, because just my opinion isn't the whole make. I don't want. That's what I'm trying to do, man. There's this situation where we have a small handful of people deciding you know, it's like they've forgotten where they came from. They you know, for whatever reason made it to the top, and now it's like, and then they're like, oh, I'm a nice guy, I want to help people, and then I look and they don't help anybody but other artists that are already endorsed. Instead of helping like them one time when they were a young struggling artist, helping other young struggling artists, I see them only promote other artists that have already made it now. So it becomes this clique of artists that already made it, and they all just only promote each other's stuff. And you know what I mean? It's like, how is that? How does that make you a nice person? How does that make you giving back to the community or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, and I, you know, and you know, I'm just saying, like, I want to try to start like a zine where anybody can submit stuff and I'll show it. I'll like show, you know what I mean? I'll show your work. I'll have a whole section of that magazine devoted to indie comic creators where you show a few pages and write, you know, a concept of what it's about and have people vote, you know what I mean? On like, you know, on basically, and it won't, you know, and you don't have to be any nationality or color or you know what I mean or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot like that. You know, like Marvel and Disney and DC are now. You know what I mean? You don't have to be any particular gender, color, or sexual preference or whatever. You're just some person, random person, have an idea for a comic. I'll you know what I mean? I'll I'll put it before the fans and let them see which ones they want to promote. And I won't just do it once a year. Like there people are like, oh, there's comic companies that do that. Well, they do it like once a year and they pick only one person and you don't even really see anything. You just, for all I know, they're stealing ideas and just giving them to their friends or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of not knowing what's going on in the entertainment. It's so secretive. It's like, what are you all devil worshiping or something? You know what I mean? Like, what's really going on in these big, these highly secure upper level, you know, heightened security level. What do you call it? Like levels of people. You know what I mean? Like classes of people that only interact with other people that are already famous, and you never see them or you get to talk to them. You know what I mean? Like, what's really going on with all this stuff? I want a transparent magazine where the fans get to pick, what's cool and what's not cool, and they get to promote and see, and then we go even maybe about being art, like, okay, what don't you like even the ones people don't like, you can, the fans can say, we can vote overall and see what people don't like about them. So those creators can go, okay, I'll just fix that. And then put it back out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't understand. I'm trying to find a logical, common sense way of creating an open market for people where you come from and how much money you have and whether you're already famous or not makes no difference. Man, you got a shot. You got a shot like anybody else. You can be famous or not famous.
That's the point. Famous right now, don't even know it. All you gotta do is get with all the stuff you got going on with Nutjob, your personality. All you gotta do is get it out there.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm doing my best, people. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean to the people that support me. I'm intense. I get intense about this because I haven't seen.
You got to be intense about the only way you're gonna stay
involved. Right.
Because when you ain't intense about no more, it's gonna dwindle.
Right.
You got to keep it live and active and ready. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about you and your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know Nutjob It's going places.
Well, on that note, man, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go through this again. I'm going to shut down. And thanks for joining, people, and all you supporters out there. You know, even if you donate $1 to me on Patreon, even if you donate 50 cents to me on Patreon, you know, you can find my Patreon link. It's on my channel. I could buy a pen or a pencil or a cup of coffee. I like to stay up late and drink coffee and draw. You know what I mean? Da, 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 da. And, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm trying not to beg. I'm just throwing it out there. If you really like comic books, you like what I'm doing, please support me. And thank you very much for watching.